Well, good morning everybody, it's Paul here again. We're into day 6. We have instructed you so far to bring the club to this position here. Now what we are doing for today's instructional video is to work the club into impact, post-impact, up to hip height in the forward swing. So today guys, we're going to be looking at 3 concepts. We're going to be looking to drive the club into impact correctly. We're going to be looking at the stability of the golf club. We're also going to be looking at the linkage between the hands, arms, club head and body. So we want to combine all of these 3 things in a strong manner to successfully hit good golf shots with good strikes. So for any player's swing, the most critical and important point is at impact. And when I'm instructing players, I have technologies such as Foresight Sports, and I use HMT, which is called head measurement technology. That's enabling me to understand the player, the results of their impact. So if we take a look at the screen, the first thing we want to see is, where's the hit on the golf club? This was me earlier, and thankfully I've struck that from the centre. So we want a nice central strike all the time if possible. Not so easy to do. We also can have a look at the angle of attack. Was my swing working downwards through the ball or upwards through the ball, or was it neutral flat? Again, when we're using an iron here, we want to be hitting down, as we can see. Also, my path of a swing, was it from in to out? Was I out to in? How was my club face tolerance to that path and to the target line? So these are all crucial factors. The other thing related to impact is the speed, how fast I'm allowing the club to work through. And basically all these elements, these components really will help you understand what your impact is like and how you can improve your golf shots. So let's talk then about how we would square the club through the ball, commonly known as releasing the golf club. So I do see people get this wrong many times, and a lot of players will just solely use their hands, okay? Not linking therefore the body movements and not extending and releasing their arms correctly. More of a hand swing through the ball. And you can see that my golf club overtakes the hands. It adds loft. It's going to bring the club head up, and we're going to really struggle to get a pure strike. So when we're looking to swing through the ball, yes, we need to release, but it's linked better. So it's not just the hands, it's the hands, the arms and the body. And my right arm just naturally rotates over a little bit as I extend forward. So we've got extension and release with the use of the body too, and not just the... So when we apply our hands onto the grip, we know we've got a relatively light hold, and that pressure stays pretty even all the way to the top. But then we begin to build a little bit more pressure down into the handle as we pull the swing down. And when we get into our impact position, this would present in our maximum firmness of the wrists. So this ball tray that I have in front of me, I'm going to use to try and add pressure so my hands work forwards, and this will give you an understanding just how much you have to do this. So you just place the club against the ball tray. We're going to squeeze the hands forwards, okay? Keep the club in its position, and what you'll be able to notice is we've got a bowed shaft position because I'm putting maximum strain down through the grip. At the same time, I'm rehearsing the movements of impact. So this is a really, really good exercise for you to understand, just how much pressure we have with the hands in front of the golf. A nice practice drill for you is what I would class as presetting the impact position. So you just set up to the ball like normal, and then we've got to preset that impact shape. So how do we do that? Well, the left hip, that has to sort of drive forwards and behind you, okay? The left leg will brace, okay? Right knee kicking forwards towards the target line, and the heel of the right foot just lifting up as we do that. We then have the hands and the shaft forwards, okay? And it's from there that you would apply the grip. Once you've got your grip on, you're just going to use your wrist to set the club back to here. From there, we're swinging down and forwards and holding the swing just to this position here. So let's just try that. So we're address position, presetting the impact, a little back swing of the wrists, hip down, hold as you do so. In addition to the impact drill, you can then move the swing on a little bit further. And what I'd like you to do is kind of have a very light hold on the grip, swing the club back with light hands on that club, allowing the club head just to set up, okay? And from there we're going to turn onto it, we're going to firm up the wrists, extend the arms and hold the forward swing, you know, into that shortened position. So let's just see what that one looks like as well. Nice and light, set it back, firm through the ball. So that's an extra drill for you to practice. Using the foam-headed club once more, it will enable me to understand and see what's happening with my club face. And I've got a good checkpoint for you. So when we swing forwards, we want the toe edge of the club to face more up towards the ceiling here or the sky. So I know that if I'm here, I've left the club face open, and indeed if I've turned it over, it's now closed. So we're really looking for the toe edge of the club to point upwards. This yellow stick is just giving me a guideline to where I want to swing my arms past the ball. So you can see that, you know, this is a good line. This would be swinging too far over to the right, and then if I swung my arms too much to the left, I'm likely to crash into the stick too. So, a couple of checkpoints there for you. Right guys, if you've got a couple of balls kicking about at home, try and use them for your advantage. Soft ball here, I'm going to place that between my elbows, and I'm just going to squeeze my elbows in towards one another. Then I'm going to grab hold of my basketball. Simply the reason for this is to keep a very good connection between the hands, arms and the body. The reason for the basketball, if I come a little bit closer, it's going to sort of give you some awareness of what the club face is doing. So the lettering you can see is facing the camera. When I swing down to impact, it wants to remain in the same position. And when I swing past impact, again, I would face really the lettering towards the target. So to the side at impact, and then as I swing forwards, I would get the lettering going towards the target. Okay, now the orange ball, great to keep that connection as I mentioned. Here's an error that I see very commonly. It might seem familiar for some of you players. The left elbow coming away from the body, a chicken wing style, and suddenly we lose the connection of the ball. We also don't have our extension, we're shortening the arms. So this drill's really, really good for those players that struggle with that. Have fun, guys. Well everybody, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Really look forward to helping you again for the final day tomorrow. Get some practice in if possible and stay safe, and thank you very much for watching.